Paul Rashid, co-founder of Comics Magic, and I have with me our consulting editor, Charles Santino. Welcome. Thanks for making it, Charles.
Glad to be here.
We are in the middle of the Little Pub of Horrors Kickstarter, and we were just actually going through some of the final pencils for Dr. Drac, and just really looking at the beautiful artwork of Miguel Galindo, and had a lot of fun processing that. But we thought, as we're approaching Halloween, to go over some of Charles's favorite horror-inspired media, including comics and TV shows and movies. So Charles, I'm going to share the screen here. You shared one of your favorite stories is Jennifer by Bruce Jones and Bernie Wrightson. And, I love Bruce Jones, his horror tales, but I wasn't aware of Jennifer. And tell me a little bit about why this one was your top horror comic story.
Well, I think it's a perfect blending of unbelievably, incredibly beautiful art and a great simple story. And the real horror here is that this woman that he finds in the woods here, who's about to be executed by some guy with a gun in the woods. I mean, an axe.
Yep.
And he saves her. At first, he doesn't see her face.
Mm-hmm.
We just see her voluptuous body.
Mm-hmm.
So he saves her life, and then sees what she looks like.
Mm.
But still has this compassion.
Yes.
So he takes her in, and things don't go so well.
No, they definitely don't go so well. Now, I have to admit.
But he's even seduced by her.
Yes.
So it just, somehow you believe that this could happen to this guy.
Yeah, and again, I will say it is Jennifer. It was in Warren's Creepy number 63, 1974. And of course, when we talk about horror, my favorite horror are and we'll talk more about Hitchcock a little bit, but the twist. And in my mind, I'm still racking my brain reading this, that, what's the twist here? I'm trying to figure out the twist. And like you said, there she progresses to seducing him, tearing up this poor guy's life. He was just trying to help this girl out. And it just gets worse, and another seduction, and worse, and worse.
She kills his cat.
Yep.
And and finally he's had enough, and he's going to take her out to the woods and execute her, and somebody else comes along and saves her life.
Yeah. Okay, that was what it was, because part of me was trying to figure out, was this some sort of like a time loop where he killed himself, but no. I mean, at least the way the artist Bernie draws it, it is a different figure and things.
Yeah,
but
it's an endless cycle, and it's horror. A lot of horror stories, they're mythical in that they don't. You can't pick them apart logically.
Yes.
Because they'll kind of unravel. And how could this be going on and on and on and on? And who and what is she?
Yep.
You just accept it. And the simple storytelling and the unbelievably gorgeous art sucks you in completely. I mean, this is some of the best comic book art that's ever been put on a page. Black and white with the gray tones.
Mm-hmm.
It had been done. I think it had been reprinted in '80s in color.
Ah, yeah.
Maybe by Eclipse, and it's just too dark. It it just didn't work. But I mean, just look at that panel.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, love that one. Well, I want to move on. Just one other here that I thought was interesting. I wasn't even aware of this book, but this one was the
This is from in Marvel Comics in the 40s was Timely, and in
mhm,
the 60s was Marvel, and in the 50s they were Atlas Comics.
right.
This started out as Venus started out as kind of a beauty romance comic and slowly veered off into horror. And Bill Everett, who created the Submariner, was really at his peak in the 50s, drawing the 50s version of the Submariner and these Venus stories. His Venus might be the most beautiful woman who's ever appeared in comics.
Hmm.
She's just absolutely gorgeous. That cover is classic cover. These comics, if you're trying to find a copy of this, good luck. These later issues of Venus are impossible to find and just ridiculously expensive when they do show up.
Wow.
This is an anthology. I think there's 4 or 5 stories in this issue, but the one I picked is yeah, there you go.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, you can see the transition from the early issues as horror became a bigger and bigger thing.
Yeah.
She moved from kind of fantasy science fiction to pure horror.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it looks like number
great.
19 might be the last issue.
My goodness. Yeah, I love.
And the
Yeah, yeah.
story,
It really you start looking like a classic EC versus in the
oh yeah,
beginning it was kind of poppy and light.
yeah, and the story in here is if I remember the name of it,
You
what
said
is
the Box of Doom.
the Box of Doom, which there's a particular panel in this story. I think I gave you a link to the actual story. There's a particular panel in this story that I love that I can't believe that he didn't use uh, a photo reference for the panel because the angle is so unusual. But
Um,
yeah, anybody who wants can find that online. This is yeah, this Ugly Duckling is from now Harvey Comics, Casper, Richie Rich. This is what Harvey was doing in the early 50s.
wow.
They
Yeah.
had some of the most Harvey had some of the most gruesome horror comics.
Yeah,
This
that's
one is just so bizarre because this guy's got these bandages all over his face.
mm,
And at the end of the story, he takes those bandages off, and we see what's underneath. It's a rather bizarre, completely illogical, and shocking. Yeah, there it is. There's nothing. His the parts of his
right. The
the part
straps was covering nothing.
yeah the parts of his head that were covered by the bandages are covering just nothing.
Wow.
It doesn't make any it makes no sense whatsoever. It just looks great. The panel right before that, where you see her in the dark there with her reaction, is particularly well done.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's a. All right. I'm definitely going back and reading that one. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's very bizarre.
Um, and we'll do.
And
I
that is
had
from that's from uh, Chamber of Chills.
Chamber of Chills 22. Harvey's Chamber of Chills 22.
And this is an EC story by Johnny Craig about a guy
Yeah,
whose wife.
this one's Vault of Horror 28 from, of course, EC. Can't talk about horror without touching some EC. It's called Till Death.
Yeah, this guy's wife turns into a rotting corpse of a zombie. The cover of this one is incredible. I know the cover's in here somewhere.
Let me. I'll pull it out. I'll pull out Vault of Horror
There was
28.
there was a different link with the cover.
Oh, okay. Yep, I see it now. Got it. Yeah, those EC covers were just so
This
beautiful.
particular cover is spectacular.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen that one
Yeah.
before. Yeah, yeah,
Another expensive comic.
yeah. All those, and probably because of when was it? The psychologist
Dr. Wortham. Worth.
Wortham
Yeah.
basically said comics were for delinquents and
Yeah, they were creating juvenile delinquency.